guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back at it, racking them up, racking them down, racking them round and round, and yeah, we got another battle on our hands once again. The struggle to survive is upon us over in the version 3 playthrough. What we're doing now, today, is we're rebuilding Ethan Village. Oh shit, I gotta go seriously. Rebuilding Ethan Village because, you know, it's what needs to be done. It's been long enough, right? And this will indeed help us on our quest to figure out what exactly happened back in the past. And why there is, of course, the whole calamity of the evil thing that's going to destroy our world right now. So Ethan is the time travel village from the prologue. This really reminds me of Xenoblade Chronicles, where I believe you had to rebuild Colony 9. But this is just a few series of quests here that allow you to go through and actually use this town here in a pretty cool way. This actually becomes probably one of the most efficient and one of my most favorite towns because of this quest. And essentially we have a few things to do for now, and then we will finish up the rest of them at another date. For this episode, I believe we'll get maybe 2 or 3 of these quests done. I usually like to keep these around maybe like an hour. And as far as topics go, I think we're gonna call this defeat is an opportunity. It's really a place to grow. So thanks for stopping by. This is the Koopa. As you can see, we have Cloud here. I have another Final Fantasy character that I'm gonna grab, but I think I might just stick with Flea and Shala, because I really don't care too much. We're not gonna have too many crazy cutscenes in this episode either, so it doesn't matter. I don't believe we're gonna be fighting a boss or anything. This is basically just quests, jumping around, walking around, and seeing what we need to grab for people. Okay. So people are gonna return home. We safeguarding heard wonderful things about the sister, and now we're gonna go deliver the letter to her. All right. So let's go to Maid Isle and just go ahead and deliver this. All right. And I think I don't have a warp there, right? No. So we'll use the dragon loop. So this is basically the start to discovering the true power of the Ethin people, as we were raised on quite significant soil, significant people, Oh wait, I think that was it. Yeah, that's it. As Ethin Village was obviously destroyed, a lot of our descendants, they didn't go directly to Lindergia in the middle. Some of them went off to this little church, this cute little church in the middle of nowhere. And I really want to get into this idea that failure, your whole village being destroyed, you spilled water on the ground, you shit your pants. I really want to delve into that idea that whatever failure we come upon, it's really up to you to decide whether it's really a failure or not. Because a lot of times, and I learned this from wise YouTuber that I love to watch, Levi Nix. I believe I haven't seen him a lot. I don't know if YouTube's just, automatically not recommending his shit to me, or if he's taking a break, which is well deserved. He does a lot of daily uploads, so I do appreciate him there. But yeah, it can either be your anvil or your springboard, man. I'm gonna cool off on the voice acting for now, just because I don't feel like doing my old lady voice at the moment. I'll hold out the voice acting for the actual cutscenes. I feel like just having them talk over here is kind of like It's And I feel like my voice acting is truly a divine gift that I have to be wary of when I'm using it. This is live commentary, though, I will tell you that. Hometown. Yes, yes, yes. So she's gonna help us, but she can't leave here. Gonna give us a little training with one of her sisters. And these aren't necessarily the people from Ethin Village, more of like descendants, relatives, you know, those who are really kind of around at the time and still know about what tragedies occurred. Once again, this game really is all about time travel. If you really get down to brass tacks, there's not one part of it that's not about time travel. And I think that's because that's what life really is. It's a battle against time. All in all, see if I can just warp there. Oh yeah, I can. Sweet. Yeah, that's what life is. Truly, it's just a battle against time. And if you are a hero, a member of the Ethin Village, or anything of the sort, then you recognize the power that you have, you know, as far as time goes. I know a lot of people get curiouser and curiouser. It's like, how do you have enough time to do all these things? Because I don't just run this channel. And I hate fucking nepotism. So I actually do not talk about any of the other channels that I run or I'm a part of on this one. You know, I even talk about other fucking channels, you know, that I have no part in over here. But yeah, I openly despise that. And that's the thing, guys. When you win too much, you sort of need a loss to push you forward more. And a lot of people don't realize this, that there's a huge dichotomy to this whole, you know, sustained growth, you know? There's a dichotomy to it. 'Cause you can't have the growth by just getting successes. You know, you get a lot of growth from your failures. The problem is people don't, you know, explicitly see those because, you know, they don't hit the algorithm metric as far and wide and deep as the wins. And that is indeed by design, okay? That is by design. That is because the system wants it that way. They don't want you to see the actual failures. They want you to see reality, man. They want the internet to be a completely different place that keeps you there forever. And of course, we're allowed to, you know, have our own opinions and outlooks on life. But I don't want you to have the outlook that, you know, defeat or losing or making a mess on your floor or making a mess of your life is something you should actively go away from. I honestly think if you're really geared towards growth, towards sustained success and fulfillment, then you have to want to lose. And so, you know, it's just like the prologue for this game. It's not like we wanted Nurgle to come in and wipe our whole fucking village. But if you look at the village, you know, square one from where we were the first episode, and then you look at the village as we're going to see it right now, two very different states. That's all I'm going to say, you know, because I don't want to spoil it too much. But like I said, this has become one of my favorite towns in the game. You know, it's just super helpful. It's super cool. You do a lot of fun things there. There's a lot of great NPCs there. The quest line to actually get this going is also pretty fun. Like it's just an altogether great time. And if we had never gone through that episode, if I had never, you know, made that first episode, that prologue one where I talked about, you know, all the things to remember on your trip and all the stuff to do, and it was super laggy and it was super cringe, and, you know, everybody hated it. If I never did that, then we wouldn't be here in this divine moment that we're sharing right now. And the problem with the internet is that people think that these divine moments are really all that happen. And to a certain extent they are. But that's for you. For me, I have every single moment that, you know, I have had and that will come. And you gotta realize that for yourself. It's just the internet, these moments, they're dead, you know? They are not alive. They are just, you know, flakes, you know, fragments of the past that we honestly, truly and wholeheartedly shouldn't be engaging in, okay? When they made movies back in the day, the most experience you had from a movie was talking to your friends about it, right after the movie, or being inspired to have a cool conversation about it later. But now, you watch a YouTube video and you can engage in the comment section in a way that really has never been seen in regular life. And I think this brings upon just a completely different kind of attitude. That we should really like look at it in a little bit of a different way. Because the thing about oftentimes these crazy platitudes that we think of and we think are going on in our lives and all this crazy bullshit, it doesn't matter, man. You know, you can win or lose, you know, regardless of your circumstances, regardless of what has happened to you in the past, regardless of, you know, what these people in your life are saying and you're gonna amount to, regardless of all that, you can still win. It's happened before. I see it constantly. But a lot of us are just blind to the reality that we yeah, we really do create our own reality, and you can just use your defeats and keep moving forward. And it just seems like these people who do that, because you're only seeing their good parts, because you're only seeing the parts that are algorithmically inclined for you to witness. You're only seeing the fact that they've alchemized all of their bads into growths. And now you're just only seeing the growths. You're not seeing all the bads from way beforehand. It's just like now a lot of people, I feel like, probably gonna find this video. They're not even gonna bother to go back to my prologue video where half of it lags out and you can't even fucking view the cutscene the right way. It's not 4K, you know. There are good things about it. This was back when I actually cared about my videos and I didn't drop one a day. And, you know, I put effort into making chapters for it, and there was a little editing in there. Now, it may have been bad editing. You know, it's not like the editing that I did for the intro here, but editing nonetheless is editing, right? You know, all this shit just amounts to something, right? It may have sucked, but I used it as my springboard, okay? I used it as something to drive me forward, you know, as something to bring me actual, you know, sustained growth. And that's what you can do. You have the opportunity to, of course, but nobody's forcing you. That's the crazy thing. And because nobody's forcing you, because we have the internet, and so many people are just hug boxing the fuck out of the internet and telling you you're good, and you can do no matter what, you know, just, lick your titties. A lot of people are convincing themselves, oh, look at the sunset. Oh my god, it's so hot. Oh my goodness. Take a quick pic. Take a quick pic. Let's ponder. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool as hell. I got very distracted. I got very distracted very easily. But yeah, that's the thing, man. Nobody's gonna force you to actively fulfill what you need to. And nobody should, not even yourself, right? I talked about this a little bit in the Nocturne quest, but if it's really something that's meant for you, then it should be automatic to turn these defeats into springboards towards that thing that you're meant for, because you feel like that's already you. You have to be that motherfucking delusional to think that anything that happens is just divinely bringing you towards what you need. And that's what will, of course, get you there. But so many people just think that they deserve everything that they see on the internet, and it's way more of a feeling thing. Oh my goodness, I guess I'm the new chief. Oh lordy Jesus. It happens, it happens. Okay, so I am your baby chief. It gives us the seed of Therapusis. I believe that brings up your magic mending. And for these quests, you do get a lot of seeds. I feel like that's thematic because, you know, in order to grow, you gotta plant the seeds. You know, you gotta start with your soil. All right. So when the sister arrives, you bring the hometown back to life. I don't think there's a cutscene for this. Is there a cutscene for this, or does it just change? The facilities are now being prepared. Yeah, so it's not a cutscene. The budget was low for this version. I'm joking. Okay, so what do we got here? Oh, Alright, so here we go. I am the new Ethin village chief. And this is essentially our town here. You're going to see we actually have this populated now with people because this is the actual place where people go when they are done with all of the versions, okay? So over here, we're going to have some things eventually. And then over here, we're going to have some things eventually. But I believe what they already have done is the letters, the postman, a couple of the NPCs for 10 days. This is a 10-day NPC. And then what we're going to do here first is Bazoom Girl. Now, I think I need a frequent... Oh, okay, yeah, I do have it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I need a frequent phrase... a frequently used phrase for Bazoom Girl quest here. And I think you have to do this quest as well as a couple of other ones in order to move on with the story. But also, the more quests you complete in New Ethin Village, the more facilities you unlock. So of course, the first very, very good one to unlock is the Bazoom Girl, so that I can warp from anywhere straight from Ethin Village. So this is indeed where you will pop up from every time you basically return home. I'm trying not to spoil this, is why I'm stumbling on my words so much here. Every time you return from a version, essentially. Except for version 4. I believe version 4, since we're time traveling back through Astoltia worlds, you just travel back to like that general town that you were in, essentially, instead of going back to Ethin Village. Of course, this is also where, you know, they rebuilt Ethin Village. So, of course, once we actually rebuild it, the rest of the versions where we're going to different maps, you'll always return back to Ethin Village from that map. So, little tidbit there. Now, let me see if I remember where I'm supposed to go here. I think, no, that's in the cabin. I think, let me see here. Yeah, I want to bash it. No, 496. Fuck. Wait. Ukon. Ukon? I think he's upstairs. He's gotta be upstairs. There he is. What's up, bro? Okay, so what are the materials? Royal soil and a branch. Wait, what branch did he ask for just now? Soft branch. Okay. I don't think I have that in my inventory right now. That was sturdy stick. Why do you need a soft one? You can't use a sturdy one? Lame. Lame. Okay, so let me see if they have it in these materials, but I'll check storage first. Setsuna there, creeping in the corner. I see you, Setsuna. Setsuka! Excuse me, I can't read. Oh, I'm depositing. I am depositing. Let's retrieve. Okay, so soft branch. Oh, there's my royal soil. Get one of those. And soft branch. Bendy branch. I might have to buy the soft branch. Let me check my other one. Yeah. That's fair. Let's see if they have it in the woodworking materials. They probably do. Soft branch! The softest of branches. Indeed. And I feel like that is what we really need to do networking-wise on this internet thing. I'm not saying not to use it. Why? Because everybody's fucking on it. You know? Oh my god! That is actually hilarious. They give me 5 right. Okay, look at this. Alright. Oh, take the soft branch and the shit. Oh my goodness. You want 5 soft branches, man? Because I do have... They have slightly more than you need, right? Oh. Oh my. So there's my staff for sentencing. I think it actually does go in your inventory on your equipment, right? Yeah, it does. Look at that. This shit looks nasty too. Ew. Why do you look like that? But I do like how that is actually what she uses. Legitimately. I think even if you go to this other Bazoom girl over here at the Fishing Guru, she uses the same thing, right? It's just that our Bazoom, our Ethan Bazoom girl, you know, she broke her shit, you know, because she's a little dumb. It's okay. It's okay to be a little stupid. But yeah, she broke her shit. So we need another one. Yes, look, there it is. It looks like such a nasty ass staff, but yeah, you can even use that yourself in game. You could do a perfect Bazoom girl cosplay, legitimately. It's pretty funny. You could just be the Bazoom girl. But yeah, I love games like that, man. I feel like it just annoys me sometimes when you play like maybe perhaps like a Final Fantasy or something. And they just have such unique looking NPCs and characters, and I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I just need it to be simpler. You know, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I just really need my graphics to be as plain as possible, so that I have, you know, I let my imagination run. I value simplicity in a lot of things. Sure, let's blast me. Oh, she forgot the skip spell. What's the skip spell? Say the skip spell. Okay, here we go. I got you. I got you. Nope. I'm stupid. But no! All right. All right. To zoom. So that was a very important one to do. Like I said, I believe these aren't like required, but it's pretty wise to get them done. And then I think eventually they are like required to get onto version 5 or so. She is gonna send us away because that's what she likes doing. She a boomer. You dirty boomers. You dirty boomers. You dirty boomer goomers. Okay. So now let's go back. I believe we have a few more quests to do before I hit the cutscene with we're basically chilling out with what's her name? The one girl who turned into a cat from last version. I really forget what her name is. What's it gonna say right here? Northwest House? It doesn't say. But, we're gonna deal with her in just a second, probably at the end of this episode. But for now, I want to do a few more quests. Let's go records. Quest list. We have these two that we did. Old Man Yaku, right over here. Alright, Yaku. What's up? Yes, I am the new village chief. Why, thank you. And yes, we're rebuilding it. Thanks, he's the chief. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I know what a pet is. Okay, and so this is basically what we're gonna do to get one of my favorite Ethan Village activities started. We're gonna get some cats. All right, so he wants a Wordle shell. You gotta go to Grand Sedora and Ladergia. Very old shelled creatures from old Grand Sedora. So let's use the cube. And we're just gonna go to the entryway. They are in the territory, but they're pretty close to right where the starting point of it is. So I'm gonna go back to the entry of Grand Sedora. And we're just gonna walk right the fuck back out. But yeah, pets in this game, I believe I've already strode them off a little bit. They essentially just hang out with you in town so that you're not lonely, you know, mentally. They don't really do much else, though. This guy is going to allow you to unlock a facility so you can get endless cat pets of many different varieties and sizes. And it's just a little mini game, a little gambling, you know. You basically gamble for different cat types, and then when you get enough coins, you can just straight up choose which cat type you want to get. And the coins are pretty cheap. They are even cheaper on 10 day. And I will get into more 10-day things soon, because once again, we have unlocked our 10-day facilities. I think I've already explained the present tickets on stream or something. But there's a few things you can do on 10 days, specifically in Epic Village, that gives it more of a place, besides just free tickets and free boss coins and whatnot. There's a little bit more perks, a little bit more value. Okay, let's pay the bills here. Yep. And there we go. We got it on the first try. Very good. Let's go back. I believe I can't actually do this right now, right? I have to use the FN. No, I can. Yeah, no. I have to. So yeah, you actually can't warp out of these areas without going to the present first. And this makes sense in this version, and even in the next version to a certain extent. But version 6, it really doesn't make sense. It's just annoying. It's just a gameplay mechanic at that point. A little frustrating, but it is what it is. They're kind of locked in already, and I like the fact that Dragon Quest just keeps it disturbingly simple. You know, they don't like changing it, but it's not like the bad kind of not changing like Pokemon. It's like they haven't changed since maybe like Dragon Quest 8, and I think Pokemon hasn't changed since probably ever, just at all. You know, it just in my opinion, but I feel like Dragon Quest 8 really solidified a lot of things. It's a huge fan favorite, so I really don't mind the fact that this is just, it really is just an expanded version of that game in all senses of the word. I don't know how else to describe it. Like it looks like Dragon Quest 8 graphics. This was basically the next 3D game after it, because Dragon Quest 9 was on the DS. And essentially they went back to 2D, 3D-ish. It's a top-down game, again. But yeah, they added a lot of online features and stuff, and they were like, guys, why don't we just actually make an MMO? Like, what are we doing here? You know, we're basically made an MMO. With the fact that you can play Dragon Quest 9 with your friends and online and stuff. I don't think the servers are still online for that one though. I think you can still like upload stuff and levels and whatnot, but I don't think you can actually play with people anymore. I may be wrong though. I don't know. I have not played through Dragon Quest 9. I've actually sort of faux pas kept my, you know, my ears hovered for information on that game, because I have a feeling there's definitely going to be some sort of remake or something eventually coming out for that. Since that's the only thing Square Enix likes to do, and the company, I don't want to say it's going under because I love this fucking game, but I also love reality, and I also love not being horribly disappointed or caught off guard, because I hate surprises. And so, of course, I'm doing my part specifically for this game and not for any other fucking shitty Square Enix RPGs that are in the West. But it is what it is. It goes under. I had fun, and that's all we need. All we need is this moment, man. Truly and wholeheartedly. Remember that, and never be betrayed by your own happiness. So, with the shell, I believe he just alchemized a little piece for his gachapon. And now we have this this device that allows us to grab cats, and you'll see why this is quite important in the future, in the very near future, because I'm going to go do the quest at the end of this episode, but we have one more thing to do before we do that. We have this one, 512. Stationary shop. Wait, actually. Oh, God, fuck that. Actually, wait. Do I care about the stationary shop one? I don't think I do. I don't think I actually do, right? You know what, legitimately, guys, fuck the stationery shop, right? I don't write letters. But that's the only other Ethan village quest we have for now. So now let's just go continue the story. I am feeling a little bit tired here, so I'll probably just end it after we get through this cutscene and after we do our little bit of duties with, oh, marinade! I finally, it just finally hit me in the fucking ball sack. That was great. It took me a minute, though. That's hilarious. Okay. Marinade. All right. I want some marinade, some lemonade. That was stupid. That was a terrible joke. It wasn't even a joke. What the fuck am I talking about? Okay, anyway, so voice acting time. Welcome, baby. Starting today, this is my new home. I told Mr. Sheeny what happened, and he said I could use his house. To be honest, I've always dreamed about living in a small village full of lush greenery. Thanks to both you and Sheeny, I have such a nice home I can live in. I'll do my best with this village as a new home. I hope you stick by me every step of the way. Actually, there's something I want to try. Will you hear me out? I will hear everything you have to say. I love listening to women. Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, so now we have a quest for Marinade. Hey, baby! Help with? Okay, bad habits. Kitties! And then I love kitties. Yes, she loves kitties. Don't we all, man? Don't we all? Alright, bring her a kitty. I will bring you a kitty. Dang, man. Not even women can get kit now? Can get cat. Get Kit Kat bars? Alright, so this is a little bit of a gimmick here. Usually every version after 3 has a side character, you know, a companion character that you have. Actually, version 3 had it too. So version 3 has it with Estella, and she wanted plushies. Version 4 has it with Marinade, and she wants kittens, right? So what you do, you have your cat bag, and you can buy cat food from either her, or you can go to Old Man over there that we just did the quest for. That's why the quest comes in handy, guys, right? So what I tell you, the quest comes in handy, right? And so you go outside, you open your key items, you get your cat bag out, you use that bitch, and then you catch a cat. And how do you catch a cat? This is so cool. I actually love this. So we just have infinite cheap cat food, right? You can buy more expensive ones to catch different cats, but you use the cat food and get the aroma wafting through the air. This is such, oh my goodness, I fucking love this. Ah! Yes. It's so fucking cute, man. It's like, it's ridiculously cute. Look at that, we got Olive too. Look at this motherfucker. Oh my goodness, let me get a good zoom. Oh my goodness. So the cats in this game actually look really good. I don't know how they made cats look so good in this game. Like, what is happening? What? But anyways. And yeah, that's how you catch cats. But these are different than essentially the cats you can go buy from there, because they don't hang out with you around your character. Like, let me actually go in here. Glamour, Cloud, Edits, content. I didn't put a pet on Cloud, but you know, like this and this guy, they sort of hang around you. The cats aren't gonna do that. I forgot to put it on. I'm stupid. Don't worry, guys. I'll be done being stupid eventually. Okay, so yeah. They don't hang around you like this guy. They're actually, once you catch them with the cat animation right there like that, they are actually gonna hang out in this house with Marinade, right? And it's quite similar to if you actually do the plushies event with Estella. The plushies will populate her room. And as we go on to version 5, there'll be different things that we can interact with. There's always this sort of section in these versions where you have a character who's collecting a thing, and then you're like, ah, let me collect the thing with you for you. We'll just name this person Ro-Ro. Ro! Ro! A boo! A boo! Okay. Look at him. Whoa, whoa. I want to nuzzle his face. Okay. Roachan. Thank you. And then we get special cat food. Now I believe this stuff doesn't actually go into your inventory, which makes it good, but this is gonna allow us to catch basically just different kinds of cats. There's nothing really crazy about it. And now we can give the gift of cats. Ain't that great, guys? Don't we feel fulfilled, right? I know I do. I know I do. Okay, so she says it's spacious, and I'm lonely, and I'm never gonna get a date, and I'm a leftover woman, so she's getting a shitload of cats. Okay, so yes, we have a zoom stone. Remember this house? Okay, enjoy the story of 4.3. And let's look at the past. Okay, so that's about it. We are finally completely done with this version. I believe this is 4.3 that we just did. And yeah, it has been a crazy ride, crazy road. I don't know if I've mentioned it in this part yet or not, but yeah, I did get my entire hard drive wiped. So I lost a lot through the process of making this, and I feel like just through the process of dreaming and trying to do anything, you will lose a lot. And I just want you guys to know that I'm locked in, you know, for good, basically. Not for content, but for myself. I don't know if anyone else has had this experience, but I really do like helping people. I like endeavoring in other people's goals. I like, you know, collabing and joining together forces for something greater. But eventually you realize that, man, I'm just too fucking good. I'm too good for you. I'm too good for you. Fucking drink. And once you realize that, and you realize that, man, I need to start filling my own cup because, you know, I'm pouring into people's cups when I don't realize they have a fucking hole in their goddamn glass. You know, you kind of get addicted to that. And I think I am addicted to pouring into my own cup. And I want you guys to realize that that is all I'm doing here. So please do not get the stupid parasocial sickness that most people get and think I'm doing this for you. I do appreciate that you're here, but these videos are definitely for me. My soul, my justice, and I'm glad you're along for the way. So I'm not gonna say I don't fucking appreciate you. I do, but I hope my appreciation comes off not as something that is needed, you know, for your undying adoration, and not something that I even fucking require to keep going, but as something to show you that you can do it yourself, that you have value in yourself, you know, because I feel like a lot of people that watch these are people that are generally helpful, generally looking for wisdom, knowledge, and something different. So I hope I provided that for you here. Next time we'll go to the Sage's office in Grand Zadora, and we'll start the next version, which will be quite fun. It is one of my favorite parts of this version. The favorite part of this version is the one after that, though. So once we get there, oh man, you'll know why. It's one of the greatest things about Dragon Quest is the areas, you know, the areas and the traveling and the discovery, right? So discover with me soon, my friends. And yeah, always remember that in general, your failures, your defeats are truly just an opportunity to succeed. Koopa out. I'll see you next time.
Fuck that bitch, I don't trust no bitch with my government. Fuck a friend, I don't want no friends with no open hands. Call my bands, all alone in home. Don't you call my phone, everyone that I ever know. Ask me for a loan, leave me alone. Fuck the first alone, get the nigga gone. Agent boy, it's not paid in full, but I kill my own. Yes, I know you cookie.